Hi, Nikki. So you are on the right track for this problem. Here we have a population that only has three numbers, 1, 3, and 8, and we're choosing all the possible samples that have size n equals 2. So what are all the possible ways of picking two numbers from the numbers 1, 3, and 8? And so I've listed it down here. So these numbers up here, I've just listed it in a column here, and then wrote the median to the right. So if we pull the numbers 1 and 1, the median value is 1. If we pull the numbers 1 and 3, the median value is 2. So most of the answers that you typed in your email are correct. The only mistake that I see is that in the last possible sample of 8 and 8, you wrote down that the median was 4.5, but it should be 8. So make that correction there. Once we have all of the potential median values that we can get when we pull or pick two numbers from the population of three numbers here, we can write down all of the possible median values that we could get. So we could potentially get a 1. So I'm going to write that up here in part A. I could potentially get a 2. I could potentially get a 3 as a median value. I could get 4.5. We could get a median value of 5.5. Or we can get a median value of 8. Okay, so if we take a look at all the possible ways of picking two numbers from these three numbers, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways of picking two numbers from that population of three numbers. So that means that there are 9 potential different median values that we can get. Okay, so when we are calculating the probability, so the probability of getting a particular sample median, we take a look at, well, how many ways could I possibly get a median value of 1? So the only way I can get a median value of 1 is if we pick the numbers 1, comma 1. So that probability is 1 out of 9 ways of picking two numbers. How many ways can I get a median value of 2? Well, there are two ways. If I pick the number 1 and 3, or if I pick the number 3 and 1, I get a median value of 2. So that means there's 2 out of 9 chances that I could get a median value of 2. How many ways can we get a median value of 3? The only way we can get a median value of 3 is if we pick the number 3, comma 3. So there's only 1 out of 9 chances of getting that median value. How many ways can I get a median value of 4.5? Well, there's two ways of getting a median value of 4.5. That's if we pick the numbers 1 and 8 or 8 and 1. So that's 2 out of 9 possible chances of getting a median value of 4.5. And we do the same thing. There are two chances or two ways of getting a median value of 5.5. That's if I pick a 3 and an 8 or an 8 and a 3. So that's 2 out of 9. And then there's only one way of getting a median value of 8. That's if we pick 8 and 8. So that's 1 out of 9. So if we double check the numerators for our probability distribution here, make sure that it adds up to the whole. So you've got 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. That totals up to 9 out of 9, which is equal to 1. So I hope that this helps. I think that you are on the right track. I think that what threw you off was that incorrect median value for that last sample of 8, comma 8.